three godfathers of Italian cooking. Look at them all lined up there. First, the man who helped this country fall in love with Italian food. It's the brilliant Antonio Carluccio. Next to him, and the man in the middle, is making his debut with us on Saturday Kitchen, but he's been feeding the people of London great Italian dishes from his award-winning cafe over the decade. It's Giancarlo Caldesi. And finally, to the left, bringing up the rear, it wouldn't be Christmas without a visit from the Italian stallion himself. I call him the My Little Pony, but he calls it Italian stallion. It's Gennaro Contaldo, of course. Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, my friend.
They started already.
Stallion.
One thing that I want to know, why do I get a twig and you get this fancy carved stick?
Did I do it myself?
Oh, you've done it yourself?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
This is for me.
This is for you.
I did myself this, and I show Antonio also how to do that one. I'm going to work on this one.
This is one's a work in progress. So,
Yeah.
Antonio, what are you going to make for us today, then?
Oh, a very simple dish, a pickle, and then a mighty antipasto for Christmas.
Sounds pretty good to me. So, follow that one, boss. What are you going to do?
Myself?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to make some fantastic smoked salmon, just ready for Christmas. Beautiful penne with hot smoked salmon and also smoked butter, if you like, which will be delightful on a little toast, and smoked mozzarella, if you like. So we're smoking.
Mozzarella?
Yeah, we're smoking a lot today.
Gennaro, follow that. What are you going to make for us?
Well, if they do everything, I don't have to do anything. I'm going to make this fantastic, slow-cooked belly of a pork with loin filled with a chicken liver, pork inside, different herbs inside, spice.
That's a bit fancy for you, isn't it?
It is.
What do you mean fancy?
So what's it called, then?
Called porchetta natalizia, Christmas porchetta.
It's called roast stuffed pork to you and I. So there you go, three fabulous festive dishes to look forward to, and also we've got our great lineup of foodie films from the BBC archive. There's Christmas recipes from Rick Stein and Lorraine Pascal, plus brand new Saturday kitchen treats from Ken Hom, Chinky Huan and Raymond Blanc. Why do I need this anyway?
Just in case,
right,
just in case.
Just in case.
At the end.
Don't worry, I'll be using it before the end of the show, trust me. Now, our special guest today is a stand-up comedy legend. These days, he's an actor too, with starring roles in everything from Bleak House to the hit comedy drama Ideal, as well as one of my favourite shows, Benidorm. Please welcome to Saturday Kitchen, it's the fabulous Johnny Vegas. Johnny Vegas, it's been 7 years, buddy, to get you on. We've finally got you on.
Yeah, I know. Well,
And we've stuck you in a Christmas jumper.
Well, you put it on a Saturday morning, didn't you? If ever. Do this on a Friday night, you can have me every...
Exactly. So what do you normally get up to on a Saturday morning, then?
I genuinely wake up and watch this.
Is it? Are you a keen chef, then? Are you dabbling in the kitchen at all? Would you...
I'm a keen chef, but I'm not the best. I need to build up. I need to practice. Right. My wife's a phenomenal chef. She made the final of Celebrity MasterChef in Ireland, and I like to learn slowly.
What's one of the Johnny Vegas dishes that when we're going round to Johnny Vegas's house, what would be on the menu?
Well, I make, and I don't care how good your loin is. I thought he was doing Gandalf then. That was building up to thou shalt not pass. I make the best pea shoot pesto ever. Pea shoot pesto, absolutely divine.
Is the way
I've
forward.
got it down to, yeah, and I know it's a simple dish, but people mess it up, and there's arguments over roasting the pine nuts or not.
Yeah.
I've got it down to it. That is my one signature dish.
So what do you think of Italian food?
Love Italian food.
Good job, isn't it? Otherwise we're both stuffed.
Yeah, it's... well, nothing says Christmas more than that.
You can just imagine what a Christmas nativity play in Italy is going to look like,
I
innit? No, of course, at the end of today's programme, we'll either cook food heaven or food hell for Johnny. It'll be something based on your favourite ingredient, food heaven, or your nightmare ingredient, food hell. Now, because it's Christmas, we're going to let fate to decide what you'll get at the end of the show. But food heaven, what would it be?
Shellfish.
Shellfish?
Anything seafood I love. It's the one thing I don't have any confidence with cooking, and something I thought I was allergic to.
Now, I know you like crab as well, but...
Soft shell crab is my absolute ideal.
Right, now moving on to food hell, what would it be?
Christmas pudding.
Yeah.
I know it's sort of a very untraditional thing to say, but it just doesn't do it for me. It was never served in our house. I almost think it was seen as kind of a too traditional, too posh.
Yeah, it could be turned into an ice cream. But first of all, it's either soft shell crab or Christmas pudding for Johnny. For food heaven, I'm going to do one of the best things.
Don't choose it based on what I said about the first.
Trust me, I'm not. Don't worry about that. Anyway, this is the soft shell crab deep fried. I'm going to cut the crab with a light batter infused with vodka and tonic and serve with a garlic and saffron aioli and a pile of chips on the side. How does that sound? Oh, Johnny could be facing food hell, of course. Christmas pudding, which I'm also going to try to deep fry. The pudding is cooked with and then mixed with some homemade vanilla ice cream. Yeah. You ready for that? And it's served on top of some sautéed pieces of pineapple, finished off with a festive caramel with some cinnamon, nutmeg and star anise in it. Well, you have to wait to the end of the show to find out which one he's going to get. Right, waiting at the hobs is the Italian master himself. The Feast of Christmas wouldn't be the same without him. It's the brilliant Antonio Carluccio. Right then, chef, what are we making?
Fantastic thing today.
Yeah?
Bella figura.
Bella figura. I'm going to put my stick down, so that's like a little tasting dish, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
you start to collaborate here, because this is something that you can fry. This is how to treat sort of artichokes, which are lovely. And this has need to be, you see, you take all the
outside. So we're starting off with the artichokes. The idea is like a little sort of, well, big plate of tasting little bits and pieces.
The antipasto.
Yeah.
You know, everybody say antipasta. It's not. It doesn't come before the pasta. It does. But antipasto is because it's, pasto is a meal. Right. So now you add a tender part, and here a little bit of choke, we take it out, because it's no good, or you're choking. Yeah. And then you take it like this. Yeah. And now it's ready to be cut in little thing like this.
Don't cut your finger, Antonio, just slowly.
Gennaro?
Yeah, it's all right.
Can I say?
Yeah.
No, don't
Shut
say.
up.
Just in case, because I'm not there.
Do you know that?
This
looks like a TV test, doesn't it, with the line going down the middle?
You put it into flour, and then you deep fry it.
You want me to do that? I can do that. I'll get that out of the way for you.
Lose all another one, yes.
Yeah, I'll do all that.
Meanwhile, I do the cauliflower. I prepare it as a little.
Let me get this out of the way for you.
Yes.
Okay. I'll do that.
Little florets.
So what else? This is one part of it.
Yes.
You've got a mixture of hams and bits and pieces. We're going to talk about
the
later.
first part is pickling. This wonderful noise. Pickling this is vinegar and a little bit of water, and sort of pickling those vegetables with a bit of sugar and salt. Here's the salt.
So where would this come from? In which part of Italy would this come from?
This one is called giardiniera, or garden sort of vegetables. Yeah. And it comes all over Italy, actually. You have it. Then you take sort of peppers like this, and you cut. It's all life here. Yeah, yeah. Real life. You see, you take this and you put it in. Then you take the yellow one as well, which is good.
So is this a traditional thing at Christmas, or is it something that...
This one that I'm making now, yes. In Napoli, it's called rinforzo because everybody goes and picks from this sort of pickle stuff to have a different taste. A little bit of carrots, you put them in. This is borrettane onion. I don't know if you find it everywhere. Right. You can take the normal sort of pickled onions. But you put the onion there. Let's see, a little bit of heat, yes. And then, naturally, the cauliflower, which is very lovely.
Did you want me to come to help you, Antonio?
No, very, very kind, Gennaro, but save for yourself.
Well, I should think you got James there, cutting me this.
No, save the power for yourself.
I don't think he's being generous. I forgot to apply deodorant today. He's just desperate to come and join you.
Is there many famous Italian stand-up comedians?
James is thinking he can drink.
They are, but they're not very good.
It's called Gennaro.
That's why Gennaro is a prototype. You can already fry those.
I'm on it, chef.
This will be the boiling stuff. And life, it's a little bit impossible because it has to cook about 10 minutes first with the onions and then another 20 minutes later.
So you want a bit of flour in here, seasoning?
Yes, exactly, and deep fry them.
Bit of seasoning,
because
so the idea, we've got a massive pickled veg.
Yes, which are all in, you see, we have done something, or they have done something here. I can use those for the assembly, take away the vinegar.
These look pretty good. So these are the ones that you've done.
Yes.
So you bring this to boil, and would you have to leave this in the liquor for how long, or what?
You bring to the boil, and then don't boil them over that. You know, a little bit of crunchy is not bad. So this is the mixture now. I had a little bit of olive. Yes. And there it is. And this is put in a corner while a little bit of oil, olive oil.
I'll move you over there.
Yes.
Now, you're constantly busy. You never stop.
No.
New book on the horizon?
Yes, in April is coming a new pasta book. A little bit of oil.
A new pasta book?
Yes.
Right.
That's lovely. Look, so you pass by, strategic position, you are sort of packaged for something like that. It's wonderful.
Sounds pretty good.
You can start then to drink quite a lot of champagne.
Yeah, quite a lot of champagne, yeah. Now, you want me
Now, this is a pâté, duck liver pâté.
Duck liver pâté?
Yes, and it's very good.
Okay.
So we do crostini of that. Meanwhile, I will take the big plate for the big assembly of an antipasto. Look at this.
Yeah.
Naturally, I have to take also the mushroom. Every Italian preserves this mushroom jealously in autumn. Mushroom, another thing.
And this is the mushroom I picked, Antonio. I just ask you. It's always called my picking mushroom.
Gennaro, you are offending people.
This is like a traditional family Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah. I know, Gennaro.
With the two of them squabbling and us sitting there just feeling awkward.
Yes.
I know.
Do you go round to his house at Christmas or not?
Yes, indeed.
He goes because he needs money. So this is pickled mushroom.
I think, Carluccio, with friends like this, you don't need any enemies, do you really? I mean, let's
you don't
face
need
it.
entertainment. So this is in the center. Put in the center.
In the bowl or just in...
No. Like this.
Like that, right,
Yeah.
okay.
This is a preserved mushrooms, which I did.
Right, now, you want me to do the butter?
Yes, a little bit of butter and then the anchovy on the other one. Meanwhile, we can already...
So what's in the butter then? This looks like truffle, no?
Yeah, truffle butter. Yeah, I get the salami there.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Then we have your production of the... Look at this. This is all handmade instantly, so you don't need to cook very much.
Yeah.
With the exception of the sort of this stuff here.
So what is that? Is salami
artichokes.
Milano? What is that?
No, this is the felino.
Right.
And this is a sausage, very hot sausage, smoked.
Yeah.
But I will show you what to do with
What's
the mozzarella.
what's the name of this one then?
Salsiccia fumicata. That's enough.
Smoked sausage will do for you and I.
Colour-wise, it's lovely too.
A smoked sausage.
Try asking for that in your shop.
Smoked sausage.
Then,
Salsiccia fumicata. Come
then
on.
as Gennaro knows. So
It's a
then we have
generic
here.
name, anyway.
And you do this, the mozzarella in fingers, and then you envelope it with speck. The speck is from Tyrol. Where's the speck? No, there. Yeah.
Speck is there.
Don't take away. Yeah, you take a piece here, and this is a lovely thing to do. Number one, put it there.
Yeah.
In
Now, I've had this before, when you do it, wrap it in speck like that, and you
Yeah.
pan fry it, which is lovely, isn't it?
No, a roll like this is better. White pan fried. Here. Another one. And now, the pièce de résistance.
Do you remember that time when... No, don't, James.
It's just like Christmas, isn't it, really?
Whatever you do is opposite, it's fine.
No, this is bottarga. You know bottarga?
I know Bottarga, yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say that, I'll deny it.
Bottarga is nothing else but air dry for you ignorance. It's air dry.
Bang! There you go.
Yeah, air dries.
With any there, yeah?
Yeah, you eat antipasto with such little rings there with fennel. We take away this one here.
Have we got enough?
Yes, plenty there.
So tell us the name of it.
So this is Grande Antipasto di Natale. This is Insalata di rinforzo. And then you eat all of this before the dish of Gennaro, because you need something good before that.
Check that out.
Pasto.
Impasto. Right, which were you taking?
I take it to them.
You take this one?
Yeah, no.
I'm going to take this.
Help him, help him.
You've got to be careful. You'll nearly get this thrown
It's
over
all
you.
yours, and
Yeah, I know
with
what you want to
pleasure, I
do.
would like to pour it onto your head.
Thank you.
The best.
Carluccio.
The best.
This is part of Italian culture, but each region probably will do completely different. But
Shut up and get it in your mouth.
Yes.
What do you reckon?
This is, the English have a word for this. Quality Street.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we need some wine to go with this. We sent our very own dynamic duo, Susie, Barrie and Peter Richards, to a snow-covered Hertfordshire to pick the wines for the studio. So what have they chosen to go with? Antonio's sensational salad.
Christmas is around the corner, but are we really ready?
We got the tree,
The presents are wrapped.
we're all set for food.
We've got the compulsory silly outfits.
All we need now is some wine. So let's hit the shops. Mrs. Claus, your carriage awaits.
Who needs Rudolph?
Antonio, how could you do this to us? It's a wonderfully invigorating, crunchy pick-me-up of an Italian appetizer, but it is most wine's worst nightmare with its pungent vinegary kick and challenging ingredients like the capers, the olives and the anchovies. But we are more than up for this delicious test, and the key is to soften the flavours while also tying in with that aperitivo feel. Now, one thing that works well is New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, or a light, crisp Italian white like this delicious extra special Garvey.
But really, the one wine that hits this particular nail on the head is Italy's favourite fizz, Prosecco. So, Antonio, for your Insalata di rinforzo with Italian salami, we've chosen the Jolanda Prosecco Extra Dry. The term extra dry on the label, funnily enough, actually means this wine has a touch of sweetness, and that's exactly what we need to counteract the salty and vinegary flavours in Antonio's dish. This is such a delicious, easy drinking Prosecco. It's floral and succulent, and it has a natural, fresh, fruity character that will offset the tangy vegetables and complement that savoury salami. It's rich enough to stand up to the stronger flavours in the dish, the anchovies, the capers, the black olives and the onions, but at the same time it will refresh your palate between each punchy mouthful.
So, Antonio, here's raising a festive glass of great value Italian fizz to your vibrant, colourful dish.
And to your very good health.
Cheers.
Cheers indeed. What do you think of that?
I didn't taste it yet.
Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, I think fantastic, this.
It's perfect. Because
£9, bit of a bargain?
Yes, very much so. It's quite dry, and it's wonderful because the vinegary aspect of some of them collides usually with wine. But this one suits perfect.
Yeah. And what about if you ask Johnny Vegas? Does it go with your pate?
Oh, beautifully. What it does, it really helps food to go down.
Right, coming up, Giancarlo has a couple of ideas how to serve Christmas smoked salmon. What are you going to do with it?
Absolutely, yes. We're gonna smoke it in a special box, and it'll be absolutely superb.
Now let's get some great Christmas. Thanks, Rick, and Merry Christmas if you're watching. Now, we've had a few emails asking for interesting ideas for sauces. So this week, I thought I'd do a masterclass to show you how to make one of my favourite sauces, a Chinese black bean sauce. And presumably, you've had enough of sort of Italian food and Italians. Look at them.
Oh, I never get enough of the food, it's just the pronunciation.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the 10 minutes it takes before you serve it.
So I'll do the black beans with squid, because I know you like squid as well.
Love squid.
So we start with these. These are the black fermented beans, these ones. They're quite soft. You wouldn't want to... Don't eat them as they are, because what you need to do is soak them. But
I wasn't intending to, but...
no, exactly, yeah. Don't eat them as they are. But anyway, basically what we're going to do with that is we're just going to basically chop these just roughly and get these started. So just roughly chop them. And then all we do with that is just rinse them underwater, like that. Just rinse them out, like that. Drain them off. And you end up with these beans that we've got there. So these are the ones that almost reconstitute them back again. All right? And what we're going to do now is prepare our squid. and throw everything in. And we're going to marinate our squid slightly with a little bit of corn flour. We've got some sesame oil and some soy sauce there, and fry it off in the wok with some ginger. But we're going to use this baby squid here, which I'm going to cut up into thin slices. Now, I thought about this recipe. I was going to do rabbit with it, which works really well, but you and rabbit...
Doesn't sit well, really, does it?
No, it doesn't, because I've read about it in your book as well, your autobiography. Tell us about that.
Well, my dad was basically, we were going to school one day, and he said we had rabbits, all of them. They were pets. My dad claimed afterwards they were like. He said, "Who's just going in the pot?" I thought he was joking. I said mine, and when I come home from school to stroke it, it was strung up and hanging on the back wall. And he put it in a stew.
I love rabbits. I just love them.
I love rabbit, but at the time I liked stroking this one.
Oh, dear. But, I mean, your whole career has been fascinating, right the way. I mean, even before comedy, I mean, you were trained to be a priest, didn't you, as well?
I did.
So,
I'll tell you something. Do you know what? I wanted to be a priest as well. Then I changed my mind.
I know.
It's true, actually.
Was it about the age of 13?
Yes, that was difficult.
But I mean, literally, all I'm doing now is frying off this squid. We've got some corn flour in here, soy and sesame oil. Just basically frying it really, really hot pan, and then I'm going to decant that out and make the sauce with it as well.
You see, this is always my problem with, especially with seafood and stir fries. I can't do.
Speed is also the key to this sort of cooking, really, more than anything else. We're going to make a sauce with spring onions, chilli. We've got some Shaoxing wine. We've got some sesame. We've got soy and a little bit of chicken stock here, just to make it.
Basically, everything you keep it in.
Yeah, all the keep in your cupboards as well, really. Obviously, been sort of training to be a priest, and then you decide that's not for you, and then you end up at art college. Yeah. What's this about art college and pottery?
Well, I sort of drifted for a few years, and I wasn't the best student at school. It was just that thing of I wasn't great at being told what to do or when to learn. I think I was always more creative than I was academic.
I mean, talk about creative. The haircut when you were at college, what's all that about? Just check this out. What is that about?
I wanted to stand out, and I think I achieved that.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, actually. I'm sorry, but you do stand out, you know, really.
Well, I was a good-looking guy, and I was sick of women, you know, coming on to me. So I thought, I need a hairstyle.
I know the feeling.
Talk about know the feeling. We've all got one of these images in our closet. Look at this one. This is the kids' image, which I thought was the best one.
Oh, no.
Check that out. We've all got those, haven't we? Where did you get that shirt from?
The little... I wasn't shopping for my own stuff at that age, was I?
But, I mean, it was the Edinburgh Festival, really. Everybody talks about the Edinburgh Festival that really launched your career to the massive, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I couldn't get gigs in London. I was working largely out the sort of the northwest, in Manchester, and the Frog and Bucket, and the Citadel in my hometown. But
it is a fascinating story, because you then morph into acting as well, serious acting as well. There's not many comedians that go from that into serious acting, and, you know, we've seen you in all manner of different stuff now, you know, comedy stuff, Benidorm as well, but you do enjoy the serious roles as well.
I love acting. It's a great part, and it's led on to directing lately, but that was other people coming to see me. That was never an ambition of mine to do it. It was just, I think people came to the live shows and went, I'd like to see how he takes on this, so... especially, you know, the BBC.
Yeah.
There were some big sort of serious roles that came along, and you're going, God, you're in a room full of serious actors, you know, who've trained.
Yeah.
And you're the one in the corner just nibbling on wiring. Yeah. You know,
well, it certainly is a fascinating story. But dive into that. That's the quick and simple squid. Dive in. Just literally flash fried. We've got all the ingredients in the last minute.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good face.
Right, don't forget, if there's a
My mum just taught me never to speak with my mouth full.
If there's a skilled dish or technique you'd like me to demonstrate, then drop us a line. We'll try to cover it over the coming shows. All the contact details are, of course, on our website. That's bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. What we'll be cooking for Johnny at the end of the show, he could be facing food heaven, that soft-shelled crab. The crab is covered in a light batter with vodka and tonic, and it's deep-fried and served with a saffron and garlic aioli and a pile of chips on the side. Or Jenny could be facing food hell, of course, Christmas pudding. The pudding is cooked and mixed with a homemade vanilla ice cream, and it's served on top of a piece of sautéed pineapple and finished off with a sauce made from cinnamon, nutmeg and star anise in a caramel sauce. You can see more from Lorraine on next week's show. Still to come this morning on Saturday Kitchen, Ken Hom and Qinghee Wan take us on a gastronomic tour of China. They're in Beijing visiting the city's most famous chef before cooking a couple of duck-inspired dishes from his menu. Only Qing could look that glamorous in a hairnet, of course. Raymond Blanc shows off his dazzling pastry skills. He's preparing a spectacular croquembouche filled with orange liqueur cream and covered with a caramel and nut brittle. And will Johnny be facing his food heaven, that deep-fried soft-shell crab with garlic aioli, or food hell, Christmas pudding ice cream with sautéed pineapple and a festive caramel sauce? Of course, it's not up to our chefs today. Instead, we're going to let fate to decide, and I'm going to explain exactly how at the end of the show. Right, cooking next. There's a chef making his first visit to the Saturday Kitchen Hobs. It's Giancarlo Caldesi. What are we cooking today then, chef?
Well, we're doing something from our new book, which is basically we're doing some smoked salmon. We're doing some hot smoked salmon with pasta.
Yeah.
We're using chili vodka. We're also doing some butter, which is very easy. And
this is smoked butter that we're going to do.
We do it first fresh and then we smoke it, and also you can smoke mozzarella, which is absolutely delicious. And there's some nice dishes which you can have you know, before your Christmas meal, if you like.
Sounds pretty good to me. Now,
and
I'm going to wash this salmon.
It's really amazing.
Because we need to get this... We're
Right.
going to do hot and cold salmon. First of all, you're going to prepare the hot one here.
Yes, we're going to prepare the hot one. And as you can see, cut this in about 4 centimeter slices. There we go. And then you add some sort of salt, but not too much. You mustn't salt it too much. It takes about 35 to 40 minutes to be ready. There we go. There you are. This is very simple, actually, James. You really, you have to be careful this doesn't stay in salt for too long.
Yeah.
And also, it takes about 7-8 minutes to cook. And on the actual chipping, you only need about 1 tablespoon. There we are.
Yeah.
You put it like this, and then put it on top. And this one is for our smoked salmon. Now, the smoked salmon...
So this one's, first of all, this is hot
That's a hot smoked salmon, which we use for the pasta.
So I'll let you put that on there.
Right. Yeah, there we go.
So you would only cure this for...
40 minutes.
40 minutes only.
This one is for our smoked salmon, which has to be salted for about 9-10 hours, and then smoked for at least 8 hours.
So this one's been rinsed. I've rinsed this off, and
Yep.
then what we're going to do is put it into this pan with the chippings, like that.
Yep. And now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to prepare the actual sauce for the hot smoked salmon.
Hot smoked salmon, this one. So this one's, I mean, traditionally, like with normal smoked salmon, sometimes you put sugar with it. You're just going to do it with all salt, yours.
Well, if you put sugar, it becomes more gravlax.
Yeah.
So you want that kind of lovely smoked salmon flavour,
Yeah.
which is important. And we're going to start the actual batter, and this is very, very simple. It takes this is 600 ml of double cream, which will take about 1 minute and 10 seconds to be ready. We're going to add some salt as well, so so it's ready for us. 1 pinch of salt.
I've left the sink there if you want to wash your hands.
Yeah, we're gonna and also if this over.
Right.
And when this is ready, you have to rinse it.
Yep.
And once you rinse it, and then it's ready. So look out, 1 minute, we'll be ready.
1 minute, I'll be ready. I'll keep my eye on this one. We've got the hot smoke in there, the sauce coming down nicely.
Yes.
Now this is not far off now.
No, it's not far off. Just another minute. Then, can you rinse it, please?
Yeah, I can do that.
And see how we're going here with our salmon here. We're doing very well. The pasta is ready. The sauce is ready.
So this salmon you just basically leave on, but we've got a smoker here in the back, which is one of these things, which you can buy these online now.
Yes, you can buy. There's all these things you can find online, actually. And that smoker is excellent because it's very unobtrusive. It's just a bit of cardboard. Oh, wonderful. That's fantastic.
I'll do it in this
one.
So then you get
so you can use it. It's very easy, as you can see. And here, it's very important what you're doing. Is really, thank you so much, because you're taking the whey out, and then you wash under the cold water, and that's fantastic. Okay, so the actual pasta is ready. The smoked salmon here is going very well.
But you've written, several books now. You've got a new one out now. Yourself and your partner as well, but the cook school is quite an important part to you as well, isn't it, really?
Well, actually, I think it's the most important thing, really, that's happened in my life, to be able to share the knowledge that I acquired after so many years and share it with other people. I think that's fantastic, that really is something else. Really, it's something that people should not forget. If you learn the skill, and then you're able to transfer that skill to other people.
Yeah.
I think that's really, that's what I liked most. That's really fantastic.
So that's the butter, really.
Yeah.
All you do is you just blend it. We washed it off in the sink, and then you basically just rinse it off. Now, at this point, you can add salt to this if you want to.
I already had the salt before.
All right.
Delicious.
So you've got homemade butter. Uses
Absolutely.
that. And the pasta you've just basically, this is
pre-cooked.
Pre-cooked pasta.
For about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Now we put it on our, this is very, very simple dish, as you can see. Okay?
Yeah.
Now this is fine.
Now the butter, what you've done, you can just wrap that up, put it in the fridge, use it as
Yeah, you use it as a normal butter, which is really excellent, I should say.
Yeah.
Honestly, is the reason if you do that, can you see this? Look a bit. Look.
Yeah, that is perfect. Now it doesn't have to be thoroughly cooked because
No,
it's going to go
because we put it into the pasta.
into the pasta anyway, isn't it? Really.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you. And if you, there we put it into the pasta, toss it a little bit, and this is absolutely superb. And also, when you have this one, if you have a little bit of chili vodka, as I said, now we're going to put a little bit of chili vodka on this.
Chili vodka. Where does this idea come from? Your travels, or what?
Yes, absolutely. The chili vodka, the actual fat of the meat,
cream
of the cream and the salmon, with the chili vodka, gets really, I don't know, it's just superb. And as a matter of fact, I don't drink that much, but I tried this dish.
What?
I don't drink that much. I really don't.
It's all right. These two make up for it either side of you,
yeah.
don't they? But this entire sauce is made out of cream, vodka, salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic gone in there.
Yes,
That's it.
and a little bit of parsley, if you like, to make it green.
I'll get you a spoon.
And we got. Now we need to get the smoked salmon out.
Yeah. Now, if you open up this box, you'll see how much smoke that's in it. So you start off with the chippings. Do you use oak chippings in this?
Yes, with the oak smoked salmon.
Yeah.
This is absolutely beautiful. Look, can you see how wonderful this is?
Now, the difference, whereas the hot smoke takes minutes, as that's taken, 6-7 minutes, this needs to be in for quite a few hours.
That's quite a few hours. That's about 7 hours. That takes about 7-8 hours. But if I give you a little bit of salmon to try, you find that this is absolutely superb. I'll show you. Look, this is it's a gentle smoking. This is a kind of different stuff that you use. Please try. It truly is remarkable.
Pretty good to me.
And how long does that take to smoke?
This one takes about 8 hours to smoke.
All right, because I'm trying to cut down on chip pan fires, but, you know, if you're coming from the pub, that's going to take a while, isn't it?
This takes 8 hours to smoke. And also, you have to, the salting of this is important. You have to be careful on the salting, because if you make it too salty, can you share it?
Like sashimi.
Yeah. Well, not really, but that's okay. Okay, so the pasta is ready. I promise you, you need to try this with a little bit of vodka on the side. It's absolutely superb.
Now you're going to finish this one off, so tell us about this one.
So, now we got your salmon.
Yeah.
Which goes on your lovely toast. There we go. And then...
Do you want me to get the mozzarella and the butter out?
Yep,
as well?
please. So 3 salmon.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go...
I'll let you do that one.
With the mozzarella. The mozzarella, actually, you can have it as it is.
And then...
And the butter, we can put on the toast.
Okay.
So that gives you the 3 different things. The mozzarella has been smoked less time, okay, much less time, probably 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because you need to, unfortunately, you need to differentiate the time of smoking into whatever you smoke. Otherwise, it's a bit too much. So there we go.
So tell us what these 2 dishes are.
We have got penne with hot smoked salmon, smoked mozzarella, and a beautiful toast with smoked butter.
Giancarlo, it's been 7 years, but worth the wait.
Oh, you're very kind.
Right, which one do you want to take over? This one or this one? This one. Right. Over we go. And you get to dive into this.
I need a bit of vodka, actually.
Yeah, we've got to get the vodka as well.
Oh,
you've got...
Yeah.
This is a serious shot of vodka, though, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this is the chili vodka
Yeah.
to go with it. So the idea is you basically just try this with all these, then, is it? Or
Yes. No, you try the chili vodka with the pasta.
with the pasta.
Reminded me, I was in Russia a couple of weeks ago, and they actually gave me lovely beetroot soup with a cabbage, and they give me some vodka to drink on it.
You good?
Oh,
Good.
Right, we need some wine to go with this. Let's get back to the slopes in Hemel Hempstead to see what Susie and Peter have chosen to go with Giancarlo's Super Salmon.
Giancarlo's hot and cold smoked salmon is such a fabulously hedonistic starter for a Christmas meal that I can't resist the idea of cracking open a bottle of fine, sparkling wine to drink with it. And as it's Christmas, I'm feeling rather patriotic. So my choice for Giancarlo's recipe would be this English sparkling brut from Surrey, which partners both elements of the dish beautifully. But I rarely get my own way.
I'm not sure that's entirely true, but with the Christmas budget in mind and also moving away from some fabulous vodka-based cocktails, which are also an option, there is a wine which matches just as seamlessly and is slightly easier on the wallet. It is the delicious Taste the Difference River Block Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough. You might think that a rich, oaky white would work best with smoked salmon, but actually it's the opposite. You need something zesty and crisp to cut through what is quite a dense, smoky and oily fish. This one's really tangy and citric, and that works really well with the creamy pasta and that splash of chilli. There's also a sort of green herbal character here, which ties in brilliantly with the salmon too. And finally, there's enough concentration and texture here to cope with the richness of that beautiful butter and cream. So, Giancarlo, it might seem like we're not in complete agreement on this one.
But frankly, this wine does work brilliantly with every element of your supremely wine-friendly salmon extravaganza. Salute!
New Zealand, a brave choice given the company. I thought both of them were going to choose Italian, to be honest.
No, I'll tell you something, actually. New wine, New Zealand, or you know, they are fantastic. And I think new wines are much better than our Italian wine because they got a kind of different flavour.
What you just said?
For this dish. I didn't say because this dish needs a completely different uplifting.
Usually
I love
I'm
it.
not very fond of cream in pasta dishes, but this one is fine.
Right, it's time for a trip. Great stuff. Right, it's time to complete our feast of Italian festive food with a recipe from this man, Gennaro Contaldo. What are you going to make for us then, Chef?
I'm going to make a fantastic Christmas porchetta, slow-cooked belly and loin of a pork, filled with all these fantastic herbs, sage, thyme, rosemary, little splash of lemon, onions, sultanas, pine nuts, splash of wine, a little bit of vinsanto, chicken liver. Wow, lovely pork. So nice, cooked for about 4 hours.
I love this. It's like WWF cooking, isn't it? Come this Friday night, I'm gonna be...
Do you know what? He's very jealous. Look,
It's the chili vodka kicking in, isn't it?
Chili vodka kicking in. Come on, let's do it.
What are you doing then?
First, you have to make sure, then, if you can butterfly it, belly of a pork, ask the butcher to do it. So,
What do you need to ask for?
ask her to butterfly a belly of a pork for you. So what butterfly is, so cut the loin in 3 parts, you can see, and then it's
this is
moving
the belly
around.
and this is the full loin.
This is the full loin, yes.
Right.
Then you get a nice bit of vinsanto, just a little touch of vinsanto with your hands, just massaging the salt and the pepper, the vinsanto goes everywhere. Nicely. Can you do this one for me, please? You're very good, thank you. Can I do the other one? Sure.
Yeah.
Can you kiss the neighbor?
No.
So, what you do, after you've done this, you let it rest for about half hour. After half hour it's rested, let it rest.
It does look actually weird like that. It looks like the reindeer's actually got legs because you've got the amount of hair you've got on your arms. Look at it. Go on. Right.
So, what do you do? Have you chopped the onions?
Yes, there.
Okay. Olive oil.
Yeah.
Straight away. Make sure you use very, very, very good olive oil. No butter, the way you say butter. Okay, you learn to speak English. Then...
I learned to speak English.
You have to look butter.
How long have you lived in this country?
Oh, never mind.
How long have you lived here?
Look, you say butter.
Butter.
Butter. Thank you very much, you see.
That's it. Onions go straight in. You sweat the onions.
Yeah.
Do not burn.
Okay.
Season a little bit.
This is the stuffing, yeah?
Yeah, it's for the stuffing.
Right.
Just a little bit. Then you get with the liver, chicken liver, and you make sure you leave them all in one pieces. Don't cut it. Just to remove a little bit of the fat.
Yeah.
If there is some. Come on, all in.
So where does this recipe come from then? Whereabouts in Italy? Or are you just making this up?
In many parts of Italy, that everyone is doing his own way of filling the porchetta, but they always use chicken liver. So once you start to sweat it,
Yeah.
Just add the pork mince. And you make sure the pork mince is not so small. Come in. Come in. So,
Right.
and then you start to moving around again. Then you get some nice rosemary.
Yep.
Don't be afraid. Before a knife, you want a knife? I love the way you've done the garlic with the...
That's all right.
Yeah. You feel a little rosemary. Actually, all the rosemary. Doesn't matter if for some of they're not so finely cut.
Yeah.
Go some sage. Very careful with the sage because it can overpower. Use about 10 leaves of sage.
Okay.
Don't worry if for some they're big, some they're small. It's fantastic. Look at that. And then you get some nice sultanas or raisin. Don't worry to put them inside water or wine to soak them up. But just put them inside. Remember, they have to cook over 4 hours. Then you get some nice pine kernel, pine nuts. Then you mix all together. That's good. At this stage, the bread, which is supposed to be soaked in water, which you never done it, but never mind, I'll do it for you.
What are you doing with it?
Just soak them in water.
Okay.
Because I need a bit of moisture.
You are best sous chef.
Yeah. Right, rosemary's gone in.
What do you put them inside? The rosemary, garlic, seasoning.
Seasoning. Yeah. So the bread's gone in. Okay.
Season a little bit. Okay, at this stage you don't have to do very much. Just add a little bit of wine.
Lemon?
Let evaporate wine. Yes, lemon we put them after. Okay, this one is moved.
What am I doing with the carrots?
Just can you cut the lengthway? Okay. Oh my, the flavour is incredible. So at this stage, look, it's done. It's nothing goes. You just remove it, don't have to be overcooked, and you put them in a tray.
Right, you want me to get this one that's been in the fridge?
Yeah.
So you allow it to go cold?
Yeah.
That is.
Fantastic. Shall we have it? When it's cold, you just add some parmesan inside.
Yeah.
Mix it, and you have also some lemon zest. No lemon juice, like the way you wanted to do it.
All right. Now, of course, all today's studio recipes include this one from Gennaro, of course, on our website. Go to bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen.
Sorry,
right, we're going to this is the important bit, then.
This is important bit.
Yeah.
I'm going just to clean my hands just a little bit more. Okay, at this stage. Okay, this is all seasoned now. You get nice little bit of the filling. I use my hands because that's what I'm doing. And just pack them in nicely.
Yep.
So simple, so easy to do.
So what are you putting on now?
Mortadella. Mortadella. Antonio, can you explain properly what mortadella is?
Yeah, it is the mixture of the cheapest pieces of pork, very finely minced, sometimes with pistachio inside.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely, sort of to eat with focaccia.
You roll it. So simple to do. Yeah. You roll it up. This is about 3 kilograms. And then, if you order this one for me, 3 meter, enough. Now, watch me what I'm doing.
Yeah,
so easy. You make sure you got a potato. Is equal part. Come down. Hold on.
This will be interesting. Go on, I'm watching.
This one. Pull this one out.
Pull what one?
I see, because you done a knot. Cut it, and slowly, let me show you what you're doing. Everybody, you're home making this so simple. 1 and 2 knot. Yes?
Yeah.
Knot it in one side, turn it, because it stays.
Yeah.
And then you give another knot.
Yeah.
Then again, underneath, 3 parts. 1, look, and leave it. 2, leave it. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you pull him up. Look at that. Look already that. Turn it.
You are a genius.
I know.
Yeah.
Again, all underneath.
Yeah.
The other part as well.
Yeah.
You done it? Yeah. Again, one more. Then you don't have to actually ask your butcher to do it. It's nice if you do it. Closing up again. The other side. Okay. Knot it. Okay. On a bed of carrots.
Yeah.
Little oil on top, just for the sake of the salt and pepper.
In the oven?
In the oven
Right.
for 250 for 25 minutes, and then you turn down to 150 for 3 hours. Now and again, check it. Can you give me that stuff out of the Mamma mia! Why I'm cooking so good? Look at this porchetta. Ah, fantastic it is. Can I have a big knife?
Yes, sir.
Serrated
Yes, sir.
knife? Ah, yes.
Is that right?
Yeah. And you can see. Cut it. Cut them into a big slice.
Save some crackling for me, please.
Look at that, James. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all the fin inside of the mortadella, everything's inside. Where's the plate? I need a plate.
You don't need a plate, we're just
I
putting
need
it like that.
All right, we serve them like that.
Yeah. Are you happy with that?
And happy that. And this is slow roast belly of a pork, porchetta natalizia, with the sauté potato, garlics and rosemary. Try to beat me this one, boy. Come on, come on!
Right, here we go. Stuffed pork and spuds.
What do you mean a stuffed pork?
That's what it is, stuffed pork and spuds.
I can never win with you.
My goodness. My goodness.
Have a seat over here. See, the key to this is eat all the crackling, because on this show, the camera crew get far too much. And there you go. That in.
You need to try this.
No?
You see.
Right,
Hey!
Happy with that?
This is nice. actually.
Beautiful.
There you go. Right, we need some wine to go with this. Let's see what Susie and Peter have picked to go with Gennaro's spectacular pork. Save me some.
Gennaro, bless you. You've done it again. Your Christmas porchetta is a feast for the senses, utterly celebratory and with an inspired mix of seasonal flavours.
Now, this dish works really well with red or white, and because Christmas is about indulging yourself, then if you fancy white, go for it. Choose something rich but understated, like this lovely Fiano, which will work like a spoonful of apple sauce.
But when we tried this dish at home, our star match was a red wine. And, Gennaro, you'll be pleased to hear, a gorgeous Italian red, this Valpolicella Ripasso.
Valpolicella can be pretty light-bodied, but when you see the word ripasso, it means it's got extra concentration and more oomph, which is exactly what we need here.
The classic freshness of this northern Italian red is going to cut right through the fattiness of the pork crackling and the richness of that stuffing. There are some red cherry flavours in this wine, and they will offset the savoury liver and the mortadella. And then there are some leathery herbal notes that will pick up on the rosemary, the sage and the thyme.
So, Gennaro, you are our very own favourite Father Christmas.
And here is a stocking filler from us for your festive Italian feast. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas indeed. This is going down a storm here. All that slice is more or less gone. What do you think of this? Italian? Red?
Look, I don't know which is the best. It's the wine or the porchetta, but both together we make a Christmas. Thank you. It's very, very,
You
very
know what I
good.
could say? Forget the turkey.
Forget the turkey, have that.
Oh, you know what I think about your cooking, yes?
Yes, I know what you
This one is special.
Oh, thank you.
What about the rest of them?
Well, we don't talk about that.
Right, well, Johnny will be facing his food. And there'll be more from Raymond next week. Right, it's time to find out whether Johnny will be facing food heaven or food hell. Food heaven would, of course, be this soft-shell crab, which I believe you've never seen before like this.
I've never seen it unprepared.
Well,
no.
these are the soft-shell crabs, which could be deep-fried in a lovely vodka and tonic batter, served with chips and an aioli, which is garlic mayonnaise. Alternatively, food hell would be that sort of lovely-looking Christmas pudding there.
Why? Why does it exist?
Transformed into ice cream with a nice little caramel sauce with star anise, cinnamon and nutmeg to go with it, and some pineapple. But since it's Christmas, we've got special Christmas crackers here. Inside one of these is the word heaven. Inside the other one is the word hell. So, first of all, choose a cracker.
Left.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Right.
No, that...
Left.
That looks... I'm going to go for the simple.
You're going to go for this one?
The simple. Please
Go on
don't...
then. Right. You've chosen well.
What? Yeah.
You've chosen well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just to prove it, you guys pull that one. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Soft shell crabs. First of all, I'm going to make the batter for this, all right? What I want the guys to do is separate the eggs. 2 egg yolks into the little machine there. So flour we're going to put in. We've got some pinch of sugar. That's going to go in the batter. We've got some yeast in there as well. We've got some vodka.
Hey.
We've got a touch of vinegar.
You're supposed to taste as you go, aren't you?
No, not this one. And then you've got we've got some tonic, and we're going to put all that in there.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to mix that together into a nice little batter. Meanwhile, if you can put me the egg yolks into that little machine there, that'd be great.
Just egg, what are you doing?
Egg yolks, just egg yolks. We're going to make a little mayonnaise. Yeah, little mayonnaise. So what we're going to do is make a nice batter, but make it not too thick.
Yeah? Just the oil, yeah?
Yeah, but we're going to add some... we're going to make the saffron at the end.
A Christmas lantern with the lemon?
You can, if you would like to make a Christmas lantern with the lemon. We've got some saffron.
Yeah.
And I put that in there with just a touch of white wine, just to get that going, first of all. Just to infuse out all the flavour out of this saffron. So that is. So you get this lovely colour. And then what we're going to do is put the machine on, get that blending, and we're going to make a nice little mayonnaise. So take that out.
I can't make a... What is the key with getting mayonnaise not to...
What the oil?
Well, the key is to add the oil really slowly. That's the key to this one. So white wine goes in.
Oh, you add it bit by bit?
Yeah, tiny bit by tiny bit. Just a little bit at a time.
I poured it all in at once and walked off.
I know the Italians would do that, but in this case, we don't.
What do you think?
And this, instead of using olive oil, normally, traditionally, in mayonnaise, because it's white, they use veg oil. So this one's got rapeseed oil in it, so it makes it lovely and yellow.
Rapeseed oil.
But you just keep adding this slowly. And the more oil you add, the thicker it becomes. And to offset that, you just keep adding a touch of water if you want. But it gets thicker and thicker and thicker, you see? Now, these are what you've never seen before while he's making that over there.
You put a little bit of lemon or not?
Yeah, we'll do that at the end. We've got some garlic and we've got some saffron to add to it at the end.
Okay.
So these are the soft-shell crabs.
Yeah.
All right, which they use a lot in Italy.
Yes.
Yes. I thought this was predominantly an Asian dish.
No.
What a mad...
No, the Italians have claimed that one as well.
Right,
I just...
Because Marco Polo.
Antonio, just come back from Venice. There was the last of the soft shell crabs. Very nice.
Yeah. Did you know that they actually drown these in eggs?
I know. They beat the egg, they drown them and then they fry them.
James,
salad is
am I using all of it or not?
Yeah, you could use all of it, yeah. So that's going to go in. The garlics, because this is a garlic, predominantly garlic mayonnaise, so we cook the garlic beforehand. So we cook the garlic in white wine, and then you've got this saffron mixed to it, we're going to add in a minute. This is nearly ready. I'm going to get... Gennaro, can you look after the chips in the fryer for me, please? Thank you very much.
Too many chefs.
Have the saffron, please. Too many chefs.
Yeah.
Because we are ready here. This is ready.
Not far off. So you can see we've got the mayonnaise now. Now we add the saffron, and you can add the bits of saffron as well.
Yeah, we'll, yeah.
So bits of saffron, they go in. It's the first time 3 Italians on Saturday Kitchen. Tiny bit of mustard, just a tiny bit. We've got a teaspoon. Tiny bit of mustard, and then take just 1 clove of garlic. It's been cooked.
Now, come on, this is food, Devon.
Why do you cook it?
I cook it to stop it from being too strong. And then all we do is take... Can you take the chips out, Gennaro, please?
Nearly ready.
They're not ready.
You can do it. I just need the fryer.
Right.
So,
Blood pale like you.
so hot oil. I'll put one of them in.
They are seasonal, aren't they?
Yeah, these ones.
My mum's tried to fake this by leaving them on a radiator like crayons.
And then you throw in the crab like that.
Wow.
So if you want to put the other one in.
Yeah.
That's it. Straight in. And between me and you, because these guys won't have a clue about scraps. You've got to have scraps, haven't you, really?
Oh, yeah.
You see?
I love crabs. I love it.
Scraps over the top of the head. So you just
Yeah, but would you pay extra for them?
In Italian, we
No, in
call them
Italy,
a
they
rospi.
invented scraps now. Here we go. And the secret of it is just with the batter, because you've got the vodka in it, because it's high in alcohol, it hits the fryer and explodes, and you get this really sort of crispy batter that's brilliant with this. You can, of course, use tempura batter.
The tonic with it.
There's the garnish.
Is that it? Is that it? Just that salad on there?
No, there is a salad here.
Did you turn it? I'm not going to say one.
No, chill. Yeah.
Seasoning? Salt and pepper?
Have you mistook me for the fussy child?
Yes, we have, yeah. This must be
So
sugar.
a bit of salt, bit of pepper, please.
Oh, you give me sugar here.
Yeah, it's food heaven. I don't want to be overfaced by the salad. You know when you fill up on your salad and you just can't finish your main?
Right, and then we've got...
Hey!
Look at that.
Oh, man, that looks big. Oh,
One.
yes.
And then you've got your scraps, which we'll put on there as well.
Then we should make us beg for them.
Now, if I get these over, good pinch of salt.
Yep.
Right, how are we doing?
Salt
Back over here.
Salt is there.
There we go. Nice plate. And then you've got your deep fried, just to prove a point. Try that batter.
But I'm ready here.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to refry the chips because Gennaro's left them a little bit.
Yeah, I told you. It's too
Chips,
white.
not paper.
Yeah.
You know the philosophy of this crab. In Germany, they say that very thick skin can replace very weak spine.
A little bit of aioli in there. So there you have
That
your
looks
thick aioli. And then we got the chips, which we'll get a little plate here.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips, you see.
There you are.
Bit of salt.
I've already done it. I'll put some extra bit.
That's it.
Come on, nothing says God bless us one and all more than soft shell crab.
And frozen chips. So there you have it. You got your deep fried soft shell crab. To go with this, Peter and Susie have chosen an excellent
Lucky boy.
fizz called an English Sparkler. It's called Nye Timber. It's a classic cuvee, and it's from Majestic 2004 vintage, and it's £23.99. And I think this is lovely. And I think it gives Prosecco a run for its money, but... Yeah.
Can we tuck him?
Dive in. The whole point about it is you basically rip the claws off, dunk them into the sauce, and dive in.
Yeah, let's go. Sorry.
Remember the sauce.
I'm not getting the sauce on.
Yeah, 1 second.
Fantastic
Serious
wine.
stuff.
That batter's beautiful.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
The book's
Amazing
called?
as we should be.
The
The book's called Becoming Johnny Vegas, My Guide to Soft Shell Crab. It's a subtitle.
And it's out now. That's all for today on Saturday Kitchen. Thanks to Antonio Carluccio, Giancarlo Caldesi, and Gennaro Contaldo, and of course the fabulous Johnny Vegas. Cheers to both Susie, Barrie, and Peter Richards for the brilliant choices of wine today. Remember, all the recipes are of course on our website. Go to bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. We'll be back next Saturday. In the meantime, have a very Merry Christmas!